All right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to day 11 of Reinvent Yourself 9. A very good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're joining us. Take a moment. Let us invite ourselves back in this moment and get ourselves ready for this beautiful day, for this beautiful sharing in this gathering. I request, if it is possible, kindly open your cameras so we can see each other, beautiful faces, beautiful energies, and interact with each other. Thank you. Oh, hi, Fiona. I see beautiful sis. All right, we have a little master with us joining for the session. Wow. All right, let us now sit, prepare ourselves, embrace ourselves in this present moment, and sit in meditation. If you're wearing spectacles, kindly remove them. Making your body present by feeling sensation in each of your body. Clasp your hands. Let us sit in the position of Anapanasati meditation. Clasp your hands like this, fingers into fingers, cross your legs. Close your eyes, remove your spectacles, put your phone on silent. Relaxing your body completely. Taking a deep breath in and releasing that breath out. And with that release, observe how your muscles are relaxed. Another breath in and releasing all the stress out. Last deep breath in and out. And with your next breath, get into the rhythm of your natural breathing, how the breath is going in and how the breath is coming out. Simply witness it. Just be with your breath. Let's meditate in silence for 5 minutes. Just be with your breath in this silence. Just being with your breath. This silence is where you find all the answers. With every breath in, you're going deeper and deeper in this silence. Coming back to your breath. With each in-breath, feel a gentle softening happening inside. A quiet surrender, not to the world, but to your own self. To breathe it out. Be with the truth within you. Let the mind slowly but soften. Let your heart let your heart be softened. Let go of all the stories that holds you. Let everything inside you begin to loosen. Let all the tight knots slowly untie. Feel the tight knots untying. Feel how you are lightening up the weight inside. It's slowly dissolving with each out breath. Let it go. Let it all go. In breath. Feel the space left behind, filling with trustless energy. Feeling it. Asking you. Last 60 seconds. Feel the warmth in your in each cell of your body. For warmth of the light entering in you. Last but not least, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. With your next breath, I invite you back to feel your body senses. And whenever you're ready, unclasp your hands and place them on your eyes, and you may open your eyes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for this wonderful meditation. Take your time, no rushing, no hurry. We have Pari joining us.
1 minute.
Okay. Take your time. Have some water if you feel like having. And if anybody wants to share how was their meditation today, please go ahead, do it. Anybody who would like to share their experience. If not right away, you can share it later in the group as well, but always share. How was it?
Yeah, it was nice, but usually I don't see anything. But seems like the time is like it goes so quickly, but seems like it's there, like you were just there, kind of. And then yesterday was like sometimes you feel like scratching or something, then I do that too. Um, but mostly it's pretty peaceful.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for sharing that with us.
You're welcome.
And that scratching is a sign that the healing, the work is happening. So if it is absolutely unbearable, then only move yourself and do it. Otherwise, just a suggestion, if you are able to bear it, do not open your eyes. Because what happens if you open our eyes, the process that is happening, it takes a break. It takes a break. So when we get back into our position and close our eyes and get into the meditation again, so it kind of restarts. So the process gets a break. So if we are able to bear any sensations in our body, any movement in our body that we are feeling, just witness it and come back to your breath. Slowly you will feel it has dissolved. So that is just one little suggestion. Um, yes, do we have any other experience, and do we have Paridi? Yes or no?
Hi, Nandini. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So I would like to share, like, the meditation was wonderful. I just want to share, like, for the last 3 days, like, even my, like, I can feel like my body is swinging. Like, for the last 3 days, like, whenever I'm in meditation, like, it starts moving, and I can feel that, and it's happening now also. I can feel that effect, and it's moving in an anti-clockwise direction. So I don't know if it's something or it's just an experience I need to let pass and just feel it. But it has been happening like for the past 3 days, so they just wanted to share. And I can still feel that vibration, that thing. And also want to mention, like, for the last couple of days, like, after meditation, like, I'm able to work like at late nights and finish my work. But for the couple of days I'm not able to work, like, involuntarily my body is like going off to sleep. I mean, I'm not just voluntarily, like, trying to sleep. It's just like I'm not able to keep myself awake. I don't know if that is something, but I just wanted to felt like sharing. So is it something, or it is just something, some kind of experience, and I just need to feel and absorb it?
Shall I go ahead, Patriji? Thank you, Anu, for sharing that. You should, I will recommend you to 7 type of experiences that we shared in our session, in this journey. And this is one of the experience, that naturally happen in our meditation, of feeling of that swirling happening. But actually, the body is not moving. It's the sensation that is within us that is making us feel that we are moving, anti-clockwise or clockwise. It's just the energy that is swirling within us. So it's a huge cosmic energy that you're receiving, and it's making you feel that movement. So it's just the energy work. And the other thing is, it's how the body, tells you and gives you signals what it requires. So if you need rest, if your body needs rest, it is giving you that signal, just that. No analyzing, no, why my routine is changing. If your body is asking, just give it that. There's no you know your body is more intelligent than our mind. So just I wanted to say that. Paridi, if you want to add anything, please.
Well, Anu, I mean, as Nandini said, all these are experiences. And when there is a lot of information download is happening, the body needs to process it, integrate it. So it needs a lot of rest. So whenever you're actually resting more, if feel like sleeping more, that means a lot of work is happening inside. So you must sleep. I sleep like 2-3 days continuously, by the way, sometimes. Most often, like, at least once in a quarter, I'm just sleeping. I'm not working at all. I actually cancel all my meetings and then sleep, because sleeping is part of integration. And the other thing I want to tell is, as more energies are getting downloaded, please exercise. Body movement is very important. It can be yoga, it can be running, it can be anything. I do kickboxing because I need such intense exercise to process that energies. So exercise is very essential. If you are just thinking about exercising, please start. Even walking is very essential to integrate those energies. Information is light is energy. So even while you're listening, you're reading, you're meditating, there's so much happening. So definitely exercise and sleep. If you want to sleep, just sleep. Don't
Yeah.
feel guilty after.
Yeah,
Sleep
normally,
without
like,
guilt.
I'm able to work late nights and finish my work, but these days I'm not able. It's just like falling asleep. I'm awake, and then next moment I'm sleeping. I mean, that has been happening for consecutive. I felt like sharing yesterday, but I thought, let me check it out today also, and it happened the same. So I thought maybe I'll just share my.
I mean, weekend is here, just sleep this weekend. And let's see how after 2 days, how do you feel about it?
Sure.
We'll keep a
And I
check
was
on.
like feeling a lot of heaviness and then headache also in the morning. I don't know why, but yeah, I thought, okay, like, I mean, I will just experience it and let it pass here and
Yep.
feel it.
Yep.
Okay, thank you for it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anu. Welcome everyone. Welcome to Reinvent Yourself. Suma, beautiful Suma. I see you. Today the topic is the power of intention. The power of intention. I am. So this is the last last episode in this week. Last session in this week. Second week is done, guys, and it's going so fast. We're almost end of second week, and tomorrow is a question and answer session. This Sunday we don't have any masterclass. We may just do it last minute, so keep an eye on the chat or your email. We are very notorious in announcing last minute classes, by the way. Things happen last minute in our world a lot of times, and great things happen last minute. So please keep an eye on your WhatsApp or your email so you can jump in. Or if you want any, I mean, this Sunday I'm available. So if you want any masterclass on crystals, energy work, mindset coaching, whatever, request, whatever you want, let us know what you are looking for. Maybe we can arrange one class in the evening around this time. Okay, so power of intention. Let's get started. This is one of my favorite classes. And Tapasvi says, thanks for sharing that. I feel extremely guilty after resting. Yeah, don't. Just sleep. Don't feel guilty for anything. Nothing in your life. Your feelings are there for a reason. So if you feel guilty, then it turns into the negative energy. So don't give that energy. Hang on. Okay. Power of intention. Let's start with the types of thinking. One of the books I highly recommend to read is Don't Believe Everything You're Thinking. That is one of the books. It's a very small book, but really good book. Don't believe everything that you're thinking. And see, we might get great thoughts. Like maybe I should invest in this stock. Suddenly after taking shower, you get a creative idea of investing somewhere. Or you're like on a walk, you're alone in your zone and you're driving, and suddenly ideas pop up in your brain. Does that happen to any of you? Like after a shower, you get a brilliant idea, like, oh, I should do this. Or sometimes just maybe after your sleep, you wake up and you have an idea. But throughout the day, you kind of forget about it. Aruna says yes. I get that all the time. Like suddenly I get an idea and I think that, oh, you know what? I'll remember this later. Suddenly I get an idea of a video. The ideas that I get is all about the videos that I should do, the content that I should create. And I don't write it because I feel like I will remember it, but I'll forget anyways. But Shashi says yes many times. So the thoughts that we can get brilliant thoughts. But because of our thinking pattern, the brilliant thought is killed right away. Before it even gets out, it gets killed. Why? Because of our thinking patterns. Oh, I got a great thought of investing in the stock. And then immediately the next thought will be, oh, no. You don't know anything about stocks. What if it doesn't go? What if it fails? The thinking pattern comes. And then the very thought of investing in that, whatever the stock, is gone. Or the idea that you want to create a business or anything. And when the stock goes up, and you will be like, I knew I should have invested, but I never invested. So have you ever heard people saying that, you know what, I had the same thought of doing it? Any business also, oh, you know what, I had the same thought too. There are many, many great thoughts. Everybody has it, but very few have the right thinking pattern to support the thought and create success in life. Those are the people who take action, who go invest in it. You get the great thought, oh, I want to invest in this stock, but you don't invest in it because of your thinking pattern, because of your disastrous thinking pattern. There are 4 types of thinking patterns: disastrous thinking, negative thinking, positive thinking, miraculous thinking. Disastrous thinking: I'm always unlucky. I will never get anything in life. I will never get this stock. I will never win a lottery. Nothing good happens. This is disastrous. Before you start, only you will kill it. Disastrous thinking. The second type is negative thinking. Oh, I don't know. What if I fail? What if this doesn't work out? What if I lose all my money? Negative thinking. The third one is positive thinking. Positive thinking is maybe I can try. Maybe it works. Yesterday we talked about little bit about this. Today, actually, my daughter was wanted to explain this topic, but she's in the violin class with Ganesh sir. So, and the fourth one here we talk about is miraculous thinking. I got this thought, it is meant for me, I'm gonna do it. So random thoughts don't come to you. When you tune that frequency of trusting your intuition, trusting yourself, you need to trust yourself. What happens if you don't trust your husband or your wife? What happens? You don't trust your husband, you don't trust your wife. What happens? The relationship breaks. There is no more a relationship in time. In the same way, the biggest relationship you have is with yourself. And if you don't trust yourself, what happens to that relationship? No wonder you cannot hear your intuition. No wonder you cannot hear that inner voice. What that inner voice is telling. Because you are not trusting yourself. You are always judging yourself. You are always, saying that, oh, I'm not good, I'm not this, I'm not that. That self-talk. Yesterday, Nandini talked about that inner conversations. What are your inner conversations? How are you talking yourself? What are you believing about yourself? What concept do you hold about yourself? That is the most important thing. What concept do you hold about yourself? And the talk, any talk that comes out of your mouth should be miraculous. Any word that comes out of your mouth should be miraculous. Any self-talk, miraculous. Always, always, always. Today, I don't have to, before, I guess 10 years before I was awakened, the tolerance limit for nonsense was very high. I could hear every nonsense and I could take part also in that nonsense talks. I could talk also, useless things. Very, very high tolerance. But after I was awakened, the tolerance level gone so down, I cannot tolerate anymore. Because I understood why. Because when you're doing this work, especially this work, and you're meeting so many people, your energy always should be high. If you're listening to low vibrational talks or complaints or judgments or blames, your energy goes down. You may think that you are care for somebody, that's why you're listening, but that is not care, because that serves nobody, not you, not the person who's complaining. It serves nobody. So you have to learn to stop pleasing people. Stop saying no. It's okay if you say one time you say no, the second they'll get angry, but at least that drama gets cut out of your life. If there is space, new people will come. New people that empower, that aligned with you will come to you. So first step is to stop pleasing everyone and stand for yourself, for what you for your own value. Value yourself. Value your own time. Why how can you have time for nonsense? You don't. You have to value your time, where you spend, how you see your money. You see your energy now. You see, right? Oh, I cannot waste money here. I cannot waste money there. But you can spend your energy everywhere. So you have to replace your time, your money with your energy. How you treat your money, you treat your energy there. The same way. So the 4 types of thinking patterns: disastrous thinking, negative thinking, positive thinking, miraculous thinking. This is the first thing I taught my 5-year-old when they were born, 3-year-old. First thing I taught them, how to think. Thinking patterns is the first lesson a child should learn. How to think and how to switch those thinking is the lesson that every school must teach. So next, the next quote: the primary cause of unhappiness is never the situation but your thoughts about it. That it is never the situation. The situation can be anything, but how you think about it. What is your thinking pattern? How you perceive it? How you think creates feelings. Feelings create experiences, your perception. So everything goes back to your thoughts. There is a book by Dr. Wayne Dyer, Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life. Another great book. Change your life, change your thoughts. Every feelings are transient. But every feeling comes from a thought. The base root is a thought. And the thought, if you change that basic thought, the fear is gone. Thoughts, one second. The thought power is the key to creating your reality. Everything you perceive in your visible outer world has its origin in the invisible inner world of your thoughts. To become the master of your destiny, therefore, you must first learn to direct the nature of your dominant way of thinking. What is your dominant way of thinking? We all have one dominant way. Yeah, we may be negative at some times, we may be miraculous at some times, we may be disastrous at some times. But what is your dominant way of thinking? How do you, by default, how do you think? We need to first be aware of that pattern. What is our default pattern? And then once you are aware, because if you don't know where you are, how can you create a map to where you want to go? First thing is you need to be radically honest with yourself. Where am I? So understanding your dominant pattern determines how you can shift it. That gives you power to shift it. So once you shift, you will be able to attract into your life that you desire to attain as you come to know the truth that it is indeed your thoughts that are the seeds that give rise to your experience. Your thoughts are the seeds that are getting imprinted in your subconscious mind. You have 2 kinds of mind, conscious, subconscious. Your subconscious mind is projecting its reality. Whatever you believe, whatever you believe it as true, accept it as true, becomes a belief, and that gets imprinted in your subconscious mind. Whatever you accept as truth becomes an imprint in your subconscious mind, and that gets projected in your reality, and you start experiencing that. There was one guy who one of our neighbors in Maryland, he used to always say, Pari, I don't know what, South Indians are always very mean. South Indians are always very mean. He used to tell me that. In my office, they always are into themselves. They don't talk to others. That was his perception. Is that true? Maybe not. But that is what he perceived. So he accepted that. He met one person and he has seen that and accepted that as truth. And now everywhere he goes, a South Indian probably will behave the same way as he's perceiving, because he's creating that reality, that projection. So we have these preconceived notions about people around us that we accept as truth, accept as fact. And our subconscious mind keeps on attracting those experiences to us. And thus we create our own reality. And the same person can behave different way to Anu and different way to me. Same person. Why the same person behaves different way to each person? Because it is not about the person, it is about how you project your notions outside. So thoughts have this great ability. Please read the book, The Untold Story of Sita. The Untold Story of Sita by Dina Mariam. She is one of the greatest masters. She saw her past life in the Sita, in Treta Yuga. She was the servant of Sita, Mata Sita, and she recalled her lifetime and she wrote a book. So Sita Mata, Mata means mother, she was fighting with Ravana in the mental realm. So thoughts have its own world. Thoughts have its own realm. There are negative thoughts, positive thoughts, miracle. Every thought has its a frequency. You can be attacked just in the thought realm, by the way, by negative thoughts. You can be attacked. And that's why, we take out the nazar. We clear the energies through sage. The nazar taking out is that thought realm attacks that happens, the energy attacks. And it is very real, by the way, the thought world. So the higher your energy is, the higher you are more in miraculous thinking. You are more, because the lower vibrations are below. When you raise your frequency, these won't affect you. The lower won't affect you. You're above all of that. You're in the sky. The clouds won't affect you. The clouds are below you. So the key is, it's not shielding, it's not protecting, it is elevating your energy by your thoughts, by your words, by your actions. What do you say out of your mouth? What do you say? What do you say? I am. And then what? What are you saying every single day? That is the truth that you become after that word. Your thoughts determine your mental state, your mental energy. Everything in your inner world begins with a thought. You may think your beliefs and feelings are independent of your thoughts, but they're all started as a single thought, as a single in the mental realm, then the emotional realm, then the physical realm. A belief is a thought you repeat it persistently, be it consciously or not. Until it doesn't matter, your subconscious mind doesn't care if it is true or false. People live their entire lifetimes believing a lie. It doesn't matter for your subconscious mind. You may believe I am good for nothing, money doesn't come to me, you have to struggle. Once you get money, people just come to you for money. There will be no real friendships. If I take money from Sunita, that means Sunita, somebody has to lose money. All these thoughts are beliefs. When you accept it, it starts projecting out. So even to attract money, even to anything in your life, to shift, first thing is shift your mindset. That is the core. There's so many times when I just started energy work in Maryland, there was a girl, this is my standard example. There was one of my clients who is from Costa Rica. She came to me and said, Pari, I have chronic back pain. Can we do something about it? And I said, okay. I was just experimenting at that time. I was just kind of practicing energy work. And then she came, I said, okay, sure, let's do something. And then we worked, and then she goes back and she calls me, Pari, my back pain is gone. And I'm like, oh wow, I did something great. I felt good. And then she calls me back 1 week later and she says, Pari, the back pain is back again. What do I do? Then I said, okay, why don't you come over? Let's discuss. And then we started talking. Then she started telling that she really hates where she is. She doesn't like to live here. She wants to go back home. She's not feeling safe here, or whatever her whole story she was saying. And then we did a whole mindset shift ritual of accepting gratitude, doing a whole ritual to connect with Mother Earth. And in the grounding class, we'll talk more about it. And then, so if energy work is temporary, Reiki or whatever energy work that you may be doing, even crystal therapy, without mindset shift, without the root cause shift within you, nothing will shift. It's all temporary work. For abundance, you can wear all citrine and whatever, amber, all the rings that the astrologers give you. You can wear all of that. But if you keep believing nothing works for me, money is not good, money is evil, all of those beliefs you have here, nothing is going to work. You're going to keep struggling in life. So, but when you align your mindset with your energy alignment, and then show up in your life, then take action, that is when the magic is. That is when the real manifestation starts. And your blueprint. See, most of the times, again, when I talk about manifestation, it's not talking about, I want to manifest a house, I want to manifest a husband or health. Yes, those are all great things. But when you start in this work, you don't manifest anymore. You just start following, getting in the flow, because it is then you get above the materialistic things. You are no more interested in manifesting a house or anymore, because that happens automatically. Many times people ask me, Pari, how are you taking care of 2 children, this and that? We see that it takes a lot of effort, their classes, their activities, their food, their this and that. And I tell them, when you are working, when you're doing this work, the universe will take care. The universe will take care of the children, of everything around you. You don't have to worry about anything. But you need to let go of that attachment to have the control in life. I need to know everything. I need to know. Oh, when I'm out, I never call. Oh, did you eat or not? Did you sleep or not? I trust that the Father is there. I kept them in safe hands. They are taking care. There is no attachment. It is called attachment in detachment. I know I'm sharing a lot of stuff and fast. If I'm going too fast, let me know. Just stop me. But your thoughts determine your mental state. It is never just the energy. Energy is temporary. That is why here we say, no, it's not about healing. You will heal automatically when you heal your mindset. You will heal automatically when you connect with the source. You don't have to do all of that work. Is just to boost. It's just to add. It's a complementary. It's like I got a laptop. I just want to get a nice mouse. Like I want to decorate the mouse. But if you keep decorating and expecting that everything will, the operating system will change, or the computer will work faster, will it work faster? If you don't change the inside operating system, it doesn't. You can change the keyboard, you can change the look of it, everything. But first thing, the software has to change. And that is your mindset. You have to upgrade it through by working at it. Whatever our subconscious mind believes, our reality must express it. This is the law. This is called the generalized principle, like law of gravity. If I throw it here, it has to fall down, whether it is India, America, Mexico, China, whether it is with a president, prime minister, or a normal man, common man. It doesn't really matter. This law works for everyone without any exception. So what are you thinking right now? What are you impregnating your subconscious mind? What are you believing as truth? That is where we start examining. That is where the work begins. Is what is that? And it takes time. It's not like, okay, overnight you will know. It is a practice. You work on it, and keep changing it. So your reality will tell you, your user experience will tell you what to shift. So if you're attracting the same thing again and again, not changing, then you know, oh, I need to shift something. If in my business, if I'm not attracting clients, then I need to go back and say, okay, what is first? People think it's a strategy. Oh, I need to get a good funnel. I need to do this. I need to do that. But the first thing is shifting here, the energy part. When you shift your energy, you don't even need a website. You can make sales. You don't even need a website. When you shift in the energy, that is how powerful it is. But people go more towards the tangible things, the things that you see. But there is a whole realm that you can see. And there is a whole attraction system that works in the behind, more than what we see in the front. So I'll just take 5 more minutes, 5 or 10 more minutes, and then we'll close, by the way. So I'll just walk you through my journey, just to make you understand where I come from and why I have the credibility to speak about this. I got a spiritual upbringing. I was born in a spiritual family. Since my childhood, I've never been, even if I've been to a temple, I went and meditated there. There was no, all the gods that in our house we had was Buddha, Jesus, Krishna, everyone, Lobsang Rampa, all these are gods that photos are in our house. And there's a big, when I was growing up, there's a big posters of you create your own reality, be a master. I so remember that these two were like everywhere. My father would put it everywhere. And this is what I would hear all the time. You create your reality, you create your reality. And it is so natural for me that if I didn't like something, it would not happen. If I didn't want to go to school, that school would get cancelled. Everything was so, if I wanted excitement, I would be like, oh, I need an adventure. And somebody would be like, oh, we are traveling here, do you want to come? I said, yeah, sure. So things were happening so organically without my effort until I came to US. And here in 2004, of course, energy concept that was not very common. People didn't believe anything that I was talking about. The whole world was different for me. So I changed myself. I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe what I believed in India was not the real stuff. Something is different here. And then even in 2000, I remember 2006 or 7, the movie Secret came. Not 7, 8 or 9, around that time. The first movie, The Secret, came out. And then people were watching that, and when I was talking to one of my friends. She came home. I would never even talk about meditation. Nobody knew around me that I meditate. Nobody knew. Even my boyfriend, my husband now and boyfriend then at that time, didn't know that I meditate. So I was so introvert that I kept everything to myself. I wouldn't speak up. So what happened when I didn't speak up? I don't know if any one of you have experiences when when you get ridiculed, when you get humiliated, you don't speak up to defend yourself. That energy, I could feel that energy going into my stomach. If you have ever felt that, you get, when you're humiliated, you're not acknowledged. I used to live with my uncle. He paid for my fees for my masters here because my father couldn't afford. He left his job when I was young. So there was no money even to come. So my uncle said, okay, you know what, if she stays in India, she's going to get into the meditation line. So I'm going to make her successful. So I'm going to bring her to US and I'm going to pay. So I'm grateful to my uncle because he paid my whole fees and he brought me here. But if my father was this, my uncle was this, dead against. They wouldn't talk to each other. They are completely opposite. My uncle would not even listen. If you even say the word meditation, he would get angry. He would probably kill you. So he was so strong in that. And now imagine, he paid my fees and I am living with him for 2 years. I cannot say anything. I cannot talk about my father. I cannot talk about meditation. I have to just say yes, yes, yes to whatever they said because I'm obligated. So imagine that state. Imagine that frustration. I was hoping and praying for the universe. I just need a job. I need a job to get out of this house. I remember walking on the streets and looking up and saying, universe, just give me one sign. Just give me any job. I just want to get out of here. Because I was always suppressed. I was suppressing myself. I couldn't speak my truth. I couldn't say a word against anything. And that, if you can relate to that frustration ever, if you can relate to that, that feeling of not helplessness, of not able to do anything, not able to control, that is where I was. And from there, of course, I got a job. Of course, I got out of the house. And I got into IBM, into corporate structure. And then I was doing extremely good. But at the cost of what? I had to pay a lot. I became a people pleaser. I got suddenly migraines, my shoulder pains. I was not happy in life. I had to pay a lot to be there, to give up my sovereignty, my authority, to go against my own roots, my own self, my own words. So then after 10 years, this is where things started showing up, because then I couldn't be a mother. I couldn't, I had blocks in my fallopian tubes, because remember, all that stuff that I was eating up, that all went into my stomach, that energy. I could feel it, because all the suppressions that I wasn't saying, it went into my stomach and my fallopians got blocked. Then I immediately knew I created this for myself. I created my own blocks. If I created my own blocks, then I have the power to shift that also. So then I made an intention, I made a decision that I'm going to shift my life. I'm going to create my own life, no matter how bad it looks like. It was my rock bottom. It was an absolute rock bottom. Like I felt like I was in a dark, deep hole with no confidence, no support from anyone outside of me. Nobody understood me, what I was saying. The energy, the physical body was not supporting. The job that I was doing, not fulfilling. So this is where I was. And from that moment, when I made the decision, I made an intention to shift, that is when I started going through my belief systems. What do I believe? I believed that you have to be lucky to do what you love. I believe that you have to struggle to get money. I believe that. I believe that you have to, do really work hard to get what you want. And doesn't happen. I'm not lucky. So with all of these beliefs, no wonder I was attracting what I was. No wonder I was living that life. So then I understood, because I knew the concepts. So then I knew, okay, now what? Okay, now I need to shift my language, my words, my intentions. So then I started researching. Then I met Mr. Jack Canfield, learned about affirmations, how to write affirmations. That is when my whole world started. Then I started learning, okay, how do I write affirmations? How do you do it? And that guy taught. That he was my first guru in my awakening journey of starting with affirmations. Then I met many teachers on working with energy work. I learned about pyramids. Oh my goodness. I learned how magical, miraculous pyramids are. And all my life, I spent time in pyramids, but I never knew how they worked. I never knew the technology. And suddenly I started learning about them, how they actually work, what is the technology behind it. And suddenly it's like the dots, like, the brain started activating, and I understood things about teleportation, time traveling, Kundalini, what is third eye, crystal energy work. All of these things started activated in my brain, and everything started making sense. And that is the moment. And suddenly I'm speaking about it. My confidence rose so high. Imagine a girl nobody around her would know that she meditates. And I come from that family of meditators. From there, talking about meditation, and actually now, like, kind of sharing that information boldly. I didn't care what everybody thought about me. People around me got confused, by the way. They were like, what is going on with her? And so many people removed me from their groups also. So be ready for that to happen as well. As you are, evolving, people will remove you from their groups, because they don't anymore align with you, resonate with you, because now you're elevating high. So I was removed. And my husband was like, what is happening? Why are people not talking to us? Why are they not inviting to their parties? I was not invited to any party. And I was like, you know what? Just be okay. Just be fine. Let's do what? And I did this for year after year after year. I didn't give up. It was consistently, I was okay with those rejections. And I kept strong in my root. Like I stood hard. And after, I don't know what, 8 years, 9 years, now I get calls from them. Hey, Pari, I want to learn something. Can you tell me? And I'm like, I'm of course inside feeling like, oh, wow, okay, now you're here. As long as they never saw all of this. And now they are calling. Now they call. After, seeing all these reels or whatever, the following or whatever, now they call. Now they want to have me in their groups. Now they invite me. But to get here, you have to walk on thorns. You have to go through those moments of rejection, of shame, of embarrassment, of humiliation. It's not an easy path. It is not a cakewalk or a bed of roses. It is going to be tough. But are you ready for it? To seek the truth, to stand in your truth, to be aligned with the source. It's not an easy thing. And that's why no wonder not everybody is doing it, because it's not easy. So that is how, then once you start going through the belief, then you start owning your power. You stand so strong in your power that your aura, just your energy speaks before you even speak. In a room where I used to walk in and I would be like, oh my gosh, which group should I go and sit, and even act as if I'm part of the group. Now I walk in my power. I don't care any groups. I sit alone and create my own group. By the end of the party, there is a group with me. That is the energy you carry once you stand and own your power. So your mind is a oven. Whatever you put here is going to bring. You can't put a chocolate and expect a strawberry cake. It's going to be a chocolate cake. You can't put strawberry and expect a chocolate cake. You can't keep saying, I'm not enough, I need certifications, I need this, and expect a different reality. You can't put in here, I'm not loved, nobody loves me, and expect love to come in your life. So whatever you put here, your reality will show up. Your mind is an oven. That is how it works. So I guess the path is, ask yourself, what is not going right for you? What are you seeing in your reality that is not something is aligned with your true desire or yourself? Then what are your beliefs? What happens if I continue this path? What happens if you continue and with this path and do nothing? What is the worst case scenario of not changing? That is where your answer will come. That is where the urgency will come. Otherwise, we will be just managing the life that we don't want, instead of creating the life we want right now, because we think, oh, I've lived so much, I've invested so much time, I have to start from scratch again. It's never too late. It's never too late to start owning your power, standing in your power. So again, the shift, first, honesty. Be honest to yourself. Find somebody that can support you. Find something, either a book, either a mentor, either a guru, either a group, whatever that is. Get into the right groups. Radical acceptance. Second one, decision. Make a decision. Don't be overthinking, over procrastination. So many times I was just thinking, people now don't get into these kind of courses because they spend money to get into a course. They don't show up, they are not consistent, they don't do the work, and they feel guilty. Oh, I spent so much money, nothing works, and they blame the course. It doesn't matter, guys, whether it is a free or a paid or whatever. Money doesn't give you that results. It is you showing up, you doing the work, you making a decision gives the results. It can be anything. It can be $1,000 course, $5,000 course, or a free course. It doesn't really matter. It's not about the money. It's about you showing up. So that is the second one. The third one, break the pattern. If you're in a pattern, breaking it. First thing is, start with awareness. That comes with meditation. You have to first meditate and observe your patterns. What are your patterns? What are you keeping on attracting? What are you doing? Shift for boundaries, standards. You have to have boundaries in life. You have to learn to say no or yes. You have to have your own standards. No, I'm sorry, I'm not going to put my energy into this. Have some standards for yourself. Because only like how a mother sets a standard for the children, saying that, no, you have to brush in the morning and night. That is a standard you set. And you are strict about it. It's not self-love. Oh, mama, I don't want to brush. It's okay. That's not self-love. We are so confused with self-love and standards and boundaries. We have a whole class on boundaries by this. I won't go into it. And the last shift is authenticity. Authenticity is the new currency. Be who you are. You don't have to be anybody else. You have to. Sunita has to be Sunita. That's when the magic happens. That's when Sunita becomes powerful. And how do you bring that authenticity? Is first knowing yourself, going within, understand who you are, remove all the mask you have put on yourself as a mother, as a daughter, as a wife, as a son, as a husband, as a father, as an engineer, as a doctor, whatever those masks that you have put all throughout. We need to start removing it one by one, to see the gold that you are, the creator that you are, the light that you are. Because so many times with our own thoughts, our own words, our own actions, we've been putting makeup on that stuff, and we don't see that anymore. And we believe that is elsewhere, outside, that's in Pari, that's in whatever around you. But that's not outside of you, that is within you. What you see in others is the reflection of you. So you got to first meet that person. That is the shift number 5. Actually, the shift number 5 is connecting to the source. So surround yourself with high vibrational tools. Bring pyramids, bring crystals, bring high vibrational people. Have dinners with them. Have host meditation sessions in your house, and plant-based living. Plant-based living. Bring more of life, of photons, of light energy into your life, and drink it and eat it. And that's how you change. Albert Einstein said, the religion of the future will be cosmic religion. It will transcend personal God and avoid dogma and theology. This is what Albert Einstein said. We will have one religion, that is of cosmology. There is no your God, my God. We are all gods. And that's what we learn. And finally, I would like to say, like Morpheus said, you have 2 pills. You have to choose a pill, red pill or the blue pill. If you haven't seen the movie Matrix, homework for you, watch that movie in the weekend. So this is your chance, guys. There is no savior that has come to save your life. There is nothing that will save you. You have to save yourself. You have to walk that path. Nobody will walk that for you. So you have to decide right now what pill you're going to say, how your story will end, what is the power that you own. And that's what the intention is today, is to start thinking of what your story is and how you want to shape it. So thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys, for staying here with me on a Friday night and India for Saturday morning. We'll see you again tomorrow for any questions. And I know we didn't have much discussion, but tomorrow, if you are here, I'll be here, guys. Yeah, I'll be here tomorrow. So if you're here, we'll have a discussion. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, we're going to end now because I have to run. I've got 2 calls already that I have to leave. So tomorrow we'll meet, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.